with their opium trade. You know, it's a legal plant, and it's, well, depending on where you live. The places where it's not legal are either because they don't understand it, one, or two, they're afraid it'll mess with their drug industry or big pharma, whatever you want to call it. There are various strains of this plant, or of this tree, and I prefer to take, what people typically take is 3 to 7 grams per dose. And if you, basically what we're talking about is 1 to 2 level teaspoons of whatever powder that you're taking. So in my case, I like to take there's one called Bali, that's the go-to for everybody. Yeah, Apocalypse got me to try it, and I've been thankful ever since, because it takes the place of prescription medication, and it works, and it's natural, you know, and there's a lot of great things about it. And here's the most important thing about it. Every prescription medication I've ever taken has killed somebody. Somebody's had an OD or an interaction. Kratom's never killed anybody. Not a one case. So think about that too. It's relatively cheap compared to other medication options. It relieves my pain. My pain on a daily basis, I'll just focus on the back. When I wake up, it's usually pretty bad. On a 10 scale, I reserve 10 for I can't walk. So I'll say when I wake up, it's usually about an 8. If I take kratom early in the morning, I can knock that down to about a 5. And it'll hold there for about 2 hours. Kicks in about an hour after you take your dose. Holds there for about 2 hours, and then it begins to wear off. So then I have 2 hours where I'm coming back from the 5 to the 8. The one I just mentioned is called Bali, Paul, B-A-L-I. There are a lot of different versions of Bali, and I get mine right now from Kratom Warehouse, which is k-warehouse.net. Great guy over there. I know his name, and I can't think of it right now because I didn't have him on my mind. But Apocalypse gets his somewhere else. There are several great sites out there. Make sure you do a little bit of research on which sites you're going to use. And give it a try. Just get a couple small sample packs and see if it does something for you. If you go to that Facebook page I shared, you may be able to just get some for free and then see if it does anything for you. For some people, it doesn't work. You know, that's just, you know, biology, chemistry. It's a very big, complex mess. How about Jewish producer, though, Apocalypse? Is he still taking it? And if so, what kind is he taking? I'll tell you guys about the strains I've tried and which have worked best for me. There's a strain you can get from a place called, I'm going to think of it in a minute, Apocalypse probably already knows, called Tawa Red Endo, I think. Or Tawa, I'm going to spell it in the chat room. And I can't remember where you get that, but you can search for it. And then for Bali, you're going to find Bali, Classic Bali, B-A-L-I, Bali Mix, Bali Supreme, etc. Now, I haven't noticed a lot of differences between the Balis. And the thing about the Tawa Tua Endo is, to me, it makes me a little tired, but it's a nice trade-off because it is one of the best strains there is for strict pain relief. Right now, I'm taking Bali Supreme from K-Warehouse, Kratom Warehouse. And he also sent me a new one today, which this is the first time I've tried it. I actually kind of like it. It does help with energy. And I kept telling him, I was like, look, I'm looking for two strains. Any two that will both A, address pain, and then B, give me energy. Because I can't find one strain that'll do that. So I have to order two when I order. So what I ended up with was the Bali Supreme. And he sent me something today. What the hell is that called? Apocalypse knows. What is the most popular form? It starts with an M for people. Yeah, kwarehouse.net, Paul. It starts with an M, and it's the most popular form for energy. Mang Da. Okay, so he sent me a Mang Da mix. Now, I don't know what the Mang Da was mixed with. Mang Da is normally more expensive than the other strains because it gives you energy, and people like that. About the equivalent of a couple of cups of coffee, maybe more. But certainly nothing like, nothing like an illegal drug or anything. Yeah, I think it's k-warehouse.net. Let me see if I got that right. And Todd is the guy over there, Todd Baker. Great guy. He's really helped me to figure out what it is that I need for my specific issues. I need to put a couple of legal disclaimers up here right up front. Because of the way the laws are right now, he and just about everybody else in America are not allowed to sell this stuff for human consumption. So they're going to tell you on their website, this is not for human consumption. But it is. So they've got this code way of talking about it, trying to keep the DEA from jumping all over it, where they call it an aroma, as if they burn it like incense. Well, it's a fucking plant, and you eat it, okay? And, yeah, you should check it out, Paul. And tell him I sent you, too. Tell him I'm doing a radio show about him. He might give you some kind of discount or send you some freebies. No, seriously, Todd Baker has helped me a lot, and he's running a business, So when someone who's running a business finds time just for you, I just think it's impressive. It's very professional. Because I think their thinking is, first of all, I got to take care of my customers. They're going to talk to people. Secondly, if I take some time up front with this customer to get him on the right path to what he needs, then I won't have to deal with him much later, freeing up more time, rather than having to answer sporadic questions throughout the course of his usage of this product or whatever. So he has taken his time with me and got me on the right track. And this kratom plant is really, I don't want to overplay it or underplay it. It, to me, is a miracle. Not so much better than certain prescription medications can do, but the fact that you no longer need the pills, and the fact that you no longer have to worry about whatever preservatives and additives they're using in the pills and how those pills mix with one another, the fact that when you look at the record for kratom, you see 0 deaths from an overdose, you begin to think, maybe we've got something good going on here. Now, you're going to find these articles if you Google, kratom starting to show up in ERs across America. That's a huge overstatement. If it's showing up, it's because they're saying, I took this too. Because kratom, at the worst case scenario, might give you a stomach ache. Some people get nauseous if they take too much. That's it. That's it. So talk to people. There's a wonderful website that talks about kratom. And see what happens when you're nice to customers. You get free plugs on the air. That's right. And people ought to learn that shit too. I will mention good things about anybody who treats me well. And, I'll give them a free friggin' commercial. I don't care if they earn it, And Todd definitely has. So you might be wondering, okay, what are the risks associated with this plant? You'll have to help me here, Apocalypse, because I haven't found any. I mean, I've seen some people say that they got nauseous if they took too high of a dose. What you want to do is you want to start out with, I'd say 3 grams, a very level teaspoon. Let that work for 8 hours on you. See how you do with that. And then if you're someone who's already accustomed to taking various pain medications, whether it's just high doses of ibuprofen or something stronger, you'd probably be better off with 5 grams. Yeah, it is. 95% of the stuff I heard was people mixing a shit ton of stuff. Apocalypse is talking about the people who have had problems. And yeah, you're going to mix kratom with some fucking mushrooms and some cocaine and then drink a fifth of Jack. You're going to have problems that kratom has contributed to, but only because you got stupid with it, Yeah, I haven't heard anybody that has tried it. There was one article on Forbes about kratom. The guy said, look, I'm doing this. I'm going to try this out. He liked it. He said it helped him. He said the withdrawals from it were no worse than that from stopping drinking coffee. He got pain relief. It was stable. There wasn't a spike in relief and then a drop off. And it's natural. I mean, what else can you say about it? It's, just the fact that you can say fuck you to Big Pharma is kind of satisfying in and of itself to me. I'm going to see if I can find this Forbes article for you guys about it. And now you're going to see some scare tactics out there because think about this, all right? You're, I don't know, GlaxoSmithKline, I don't know. You're Big Pharma or something, and you decide there's somebody moving in on your territory now. what are you going to do? You're going to want to create doubt. You're going to want to create doubt. That completely can push people away. I know some of you guys believe climate change is a hoax. It's not. I've studied the science myself. If you can just create some doubt, though, you can get half of America to go, I don't think I believe in climate change. That's all it takes, create a little doubt. Here we go. So I got this Forbes article I'm going to share with you. And let me make sure it's the one I want. Continue to cite. Yeah, here we go. And this was a guy writing for Forbes that took kratom, and he writes about his experience. I strongly encourage you guys to read this if you're just thinking about trying it. Yes, it does help with depression. It can cure depression, Val. Many people take it just for depression. And it's remarkably cheap compared to prescription alternatives. That link I just pasted in the chat room is for the Forbes article about it. And this guy walks you right through, started it, took this dose, felt this result, this is how it worked, this is what it helped, what it didn't help, all that. So I'm going to paste that link on the Facebook page as well for the announcement of this show. That's facebook.com/truthontapshow. Starring in the chat room tonight, we have Val, a.k.a. Sweet Smiles. It's an alias, but she really does have a sweet smile. We've got Andrew, my favorite Australian, as long as you don't tell Trilby I said that. We've got Apocalypse in there, and the infamous Paul Dembski, who said such nice things about me that I'm considering putting him on my Christmas card list this year. Not just playing. I don't send out Christmas cards. But I like Christmas. You guys know I'm agnostic. We'll get back to kratom in a second. But I love the season of Christmas. I love the way it feels. You can even show me baby Jesus on your front lawn, and I won't go complain to the local authorities that that's not including Muslims, and that's not including the Jewish faith. What about Kwanzaa? What about the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster? And what about ISIS and Osiris? Oh, wait, ISIS, the terrorist group or the goddess? I was talking about the goddess. You didn't know that terrorist group was named after a Greek goddess, did you? Yeah. Because gay jihadists need love too. That's how it works. You're very welcome, Valerie. Valerie, I've also heard on another radio show as a caller. She's got a good radio voice. People that really hate Christmas worry me. Me too. People that hate any holiday, like that, you got to wonder what their reason. I mean, if there's a war on Christmas right now, which I think is kind of a farce, but I encourage you, if you like Christmas or you're a Christian, either or, fight for it. Put 3 baby Jesuses in the front yard if that's your thing. Show them that it's America and you're going to display what you believe in. Don't let people screw with you about that. Some things are worth fighting for, and the First and Second Amendment, along with all the others, but especially the First and Second Amendments to our U.S. Constitution, are a big deal, and they are worth fighting and dying for. So anyway, we were talking about kratom. Now, there is a web page which I'll bet you Apocalypse knows, and I can't think of it right now. It's kratom discussion. This is one that I've gotten a lot of help from, if I can find it. I'll bet Apocalypse already knows what I'm looking for. Let me see if he's put it in the chat room. Apocalypse, if you can remember that good chat forum for it, let me know, please. That's the second person today that said she's had a great radio voice. Yeah, have you heard her, Paul? She was on, oh gosh, was it 3 Guys, 1 Mic, maybe? Yeah, some people have the voice and some don't, when it comes to women or men, really. And she's got the one that screams innocence. Now, I don't know if she's innocent. I'm not trying to act like I know Valerie. But she's got that. Guys like innocent-sounding women. They really do. It's one of those things that talks to our, inner man, our caveman, if you will, our BIOS operating system. Yeah. Just about everybody hates their voice. Valerie, you know why? The reason people tend to hate their voice, kcforums.com, that's right, they've moved. The reason people hate their voice is because your voice, when you hear it played back, doesn't sound like your voice to you right now. And that's really just a result, to simplify, of your jawbone, your face, and your neck, and your skull vibrating a little as you speak. It vibrates your eardrum.